Why are we so inclined, and even satisfied, to spend our entire day, our entire weekend, even our entire summer, with strained eyes glued to a TV screen, devouring season after season of Downton Abbey, or rewatching The Office? Why are we okay with viewing the fictitious lives of others play out in front of us, but find difficulty focusing on the development of our own lives? Why are we content with turtling through life in a numb-like trance? The answer remains the same each time. People find comfort in a predictable lifestyle. We are complacent with watching other people embark for the uncertain, but when it occurs in our own life, we find excuse to watch the ship set sail without us. And why would you want to leave the comforts of home for the foreign unknown? We experience enough thrill when refreshing our feed on social media accounts, or even through opening the fridge after grocery shopping. But by playing it safe, we completely miss out on the vast wonders this world has to offer. We let our habitual routine take over. Control your habits. Don't let your habits control you. Many people don't realize that our life is an extraordinary kaleidoscope of unique interactions, enriching experiences, and valuable lessons, all of which are fused to shape individuals into the person they are today. In this character sculpting process, the catalyst of change is essential. But if change is so essential, why are people so intent on avoiding it? Well, I'll be the first to admit that the unknown is nerve-wracking. So far, I've lived in 10 cities, attended 9 schools, and visited 7 countries. With each different move or experience, I would develop a sort of nervous excitement, though at first I was more nervous than anything. When we first started moving, or even traveling, I just didn't understand why people would purposely do this to themselves. My parents would say it was nice to experience a change of scenery, that change was pleasant. Pleasant? Yes, of course, very pleasant. Almost as pleasant as getting my teeth pulled. But I began to realize that after returning from each trip, or after living in a new town, I gained insights to different ways of life, and grew comfortable with the uncomfortable. Growing up with constant change was definitely annoying at first, but soon I grew to look forward to the unique adventures each transition would bring. Last year, I was inevitably labeled as another new kid, since it was my first year at Glacier Peak. Because I found that challenging oneself and reaching outside one's comfort zone caused personal growth, I set a goal for myself. I decided to put more of a conscious effort that year in reaching out to others, whether it be through introducing myself or participating in activities like clubs or sports that involved at least some level of social interaction. It was through this challenge I set up for myself that I somehow concluded that joining track would be the perfect idea. Yeah, no, I quickly realized that I am not much of a runner. After the first week, all I did was grow tired and some muscles. But after the first week, I also met Laura Kaufman, a French exchange student. We bonded over shin splints, gruesome workouts, and tying for last place. One day, during our warm-ups, we could finally jog and talk without sounding like a cat choking on a hairball. I learned that she was learning Spanish. Being a fluent Spanish speaker and a French student, I proposed a trade-off. I would speak to her in French, and she would respond in Spanish. Granted, my French was horrible, and we cheated a bit. Okay, well, a lot with English, but I learned so much from Laura that they don't teach you in the French classrooms. Eventually, track season ended. Whoop, whoop. But that also meant the end of the year was coming up, which also meant that Laura's time in the States was ending. After Laura left for France, we stayed in touch through Facebook messaging and Skype. We kept each other updated, shared jokes, discussed plans for the upcoming school year, and reminisced about her year in Washington. After talking to her parents, Laura invited me to visit her for a couple weeks. Never in a million years would I have imagined myself traveling to France that summer, but I did. Through that trip and all the benefits that came from it, I learned the importance of not letting fear conquer, but to instead conquer fear. If I had not decided to get outside my comfort zone, I would have never had the opportunity of meeting Laura, or even learning firsthand about the French culture, or tasting authentic French cuisine. And let me tell you, the food was not bad. This experience taught me to value art, to cherish baguettes, and to appreciate history. But my journey did not end there. When I returned back to the States, I realized that my perspective had changed for the better. I came back with new eyes and a newfound appreciation for my hometown. Additionally, I found myself possessing more self-assurance. I was inspired to try various foods, attempt different sports, and learn additional languages. The change of traveling and knowledge of other cultures really did influence my personal growth. But you don't have to travel halfway across the world to experience the same things. All you have to do is go out and take in what this life has to offer. Explore a hidden bookstore and read of legendary sword battles or forbidden romances. Listen to the crackle of fire as you sip a creamy hot chocolate. Attempt that extreme sport you've always dreamed of trying. Contemplate the meaning of a work of art. Taste that new pastry with powdered sugar and loads of sprinkles. Walk on a crisp, clear day and wink at the grinning sun. But if you are to remember anything I have said, remember this. As you live, live. Learn to embrace the high mountains and low valleys of life. Learn to embrace the package deal of the unknown. Learn to embrace change.